know that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my goose up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and suck. Gon' make way for a prodigy.
It's week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was a defense killer a week ago. Over 190 yards on the ground. It's the Seahawks and the Texans on Monday Night Prime Time.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight we finish off week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the air. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the play.
There he goes, right side. And just shedding him off there. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and 10.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run again with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. Complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bird. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Monk. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else?
Well, that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Straight ahead, Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Seahawks are a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive for 4 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Tua to try again on second down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Pass complete. He's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Quick throw. He's got Hunt on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 and now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to pass. Tua. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 10 yards out. And the Texans get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17.
Texans 17.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready? Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra... give him nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Houston. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Now Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. He finds his man complete. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Go! Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
79 Broncos. Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there.
bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right there and throw.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And now they'll shift things around. From the gun, it's Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Walker once more. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Seahawks! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Houston's offense taking over again.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a give, right side. Monk. Fighting through. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by a field goal. 1:45 to play. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging the blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
He's back to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
19, Pioneer.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Houston set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Tua.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving them nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just 1 final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. To the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to 1 final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And a fun, close.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake. If not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly.